So for this video, I am going to be talking about a Indigenous American hair secret for hair growth that I've tried for 5 months. And let me tell you, the results are pretty amazing. Disclaimer though, I am no hair expert, okay? I am not saying that this will grow your hair, but the results are pretty amazing from my experience. So hopping right into this, about 5 months ago, I made a video talking about using bear fat. Yes, bear fat for hair growth that I was going to try. And I did try it for 5 months. Now, what made me decide to do this? Because I've heard of bear fat that Native Americans use, or shall I say Indigenous Americans. There's all kinds of names for this group, but I've heard about bear fat that Indigenous Americans used to use on their hair all the time, and it supposedly made your hair grow. But I never tried it. However, there is this lady that I know who is a descendant of Pocahontas. Now, just a quick, history for just to like add a little bit to that. So I am enrolled in a Tuscarora tribe down in North Carolina, also known as the Cape Fear Indians. And this lady that I know, she's also Tuscarora too. Now, for a little bit history on that, a lot of Tuscaroras that had moved up north, they intermarried with other tribes, and I'm actually descendant of some of the tribes down in Virginia. And this lady who is a descendant of Pocahontas, obviously she is a part of, not a part, but she's descended from some of these tribes as well. So we both have that in common. So I know of her, and I actually went to school with her daughter, which was crazy. Never knew. But she has some long ass hair. And she had put up on her Facebook that she's been using bear grease. And I'm like, does that actually work? And she was like, yeah. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. So I had bought some bear fat from this tribe in California. I just recently bought more bear fat. I'm gonna show it in a bit. This bear fat I got from like Vermont. And you could get it off of like Etsy. And I tried it for a few months. I added tallow, which is cow fat as well. So I mixed the two, and I added like other like oils, like I believe I use like raspberry seed oil and different kinds of oils. And I added some fragrance to it. It doesn't have like a strong smell, but still, like I don't want to walk around smelling like cooking grease. So I added like strawberry fragrance and lemon essential oil, and it smells mad good. Like everywhere I go, people are just like, "What do you have on?" And it's the fragrance mixed with that essential oil. So I used it for 5 months, and I must say, my hair did grow. Before I show you guys the results, I am going to show this clip that I put in the other video that I did 5 months ago. And during this, it was like the summertime, and my hair was like, it was like curling up. It may look frizzy, but that's like the results of straightening your hair in the summer, and it just slowly starts to curl. It starts a little bit frizzy, and then it just like whoop, curls up. But it does look a little bit crazy. But in this clip, as you can see, it's like I'm trying to show the length, and I'm kind of like struggling trying to like hold on to the hair, and that's how it looked 5 months ago. So I'm about to show the results of how it looks now. And for the sake of this video, I didn't trim my hair. Every time when I straighten my hair, I always trim it because of split ends. So I do got some split ends right now that I have to trim after this video. But for the sake of it, I wanted to show like how long it's gotten. And from like having curly hair, when you have curly hair, you get the whole the single strand knots, and it gets knotted up, and sometimes you may have to snip it and stuff like that. So even though during the past few months of me like snipping the freaking knots that I couldn't get out, my hair managed to like maintain some length. And I know my hair grows, but it don't grow this freaking quick in like 5 months. So let me show you guys right now. So this is the result of my hair. As you can see, like in the clip that I showed, I had a hard time grasping onto my hair. And in this clip right now, I'm not struggling trying to grasp onto my hair. It's definitely gotten longer. Now, to put it more in context, because I have a back tattoo and I've been using it as like a length check. And on my tattoo, I have a bunch of autumn leaves. So I was checking at which point was my hair falling down to. And this is gonna be difficult. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to explain this. So I am all up in your screen, but it's okay. So when I started this Bear Grease journey, my hair was like right here at this autumn leaf. But now when I stretch it out, it goes down to here. So that is pretty good for 5 months. Disclaimer, like I said, I am no hair expert, so I am not saying that bear fat will grow your hair. However, with my 5-month journey, I experienced an extreme amount of hair growth versus like my whole freaking life of having hair. My hair grows, like I said, but it don't grow that quick in 5 months. Now, a backstory of my hair, okay, I have curly hair. And when I was younger, just like every other story that you hear in the Black community, even though I'm mixed, it's like the same thing. My auntie gave me a perm when I was little, and my hair got extremely, extremely damaged. And not saying that my hair can't grow after that, it did, but however, back in the early 2000s when I was a kid, there wasn't really like a lot of curly hair products. And there was a lot of like products that was more catered to like, the white folks. And therefore, like, I really didn't know how to like do my hair. And the most advice I ever gotten was get a washer set at the Dominican hair salon every 2 weeks, which I was doing, but that was damaging my hair even more because of the heat and all that. So my hair was getting thinner and thinner over time. And then like maybe towards the end of my high school years, I started seeing like hair products going on the shelves for curly hair and that whole natural hair movement. So I was learning a lot of how to like manage my hair and all that. And I didn't do the big chop. I just transitioned. So I had like curly hair, like way up here, and then I had stringy hair, and that was like all damaged. So I had to like grow out my real hair and cut as I go along. And in my older videos on YouTube, you could clearly see that I had no idea what to do with my hair. I just had to let it be, and my hair was looking like real crazy. But after like a couple of years, all of my hair was healthy and natural and really curly. But even then, my hair didn't grow like that quick in like a short span of time. And from using this Bear Grease, I just saw a complete 360, and I never seen that happen with my hair before. So that's how I know it's the Bear Grease that did this, because every other product that I've tried, I did not get this type of result at all. Now, this goes to show sometimes you got to do certain things that your ancestors used to do. And this helped a lot, a lot. And yeah, I'm surprised myself. I shouldn't be, because I took advice from a lady who already had long hair, but it's always so surprising when stuff like this happens, when you don't think it's really going to happen and then it happens and you're just like, whoa. This is the new bear grease that I've bought, and I got it off of Etsy from this lady who lives in Vermont, and her business is called Dusty Swamp Provisions, and it's 100% bear grease. And once I trim my hair and then rock the straight hair for like a couple of weeks, I'm going to put the bear grease back in along with like the cow fat and everything else. And yeah, this lasts a while. It lasts a while, and it saved me a ton of money. When I was buying all those curly hair products, I had to keep buying it like every month, so it was just adding up. When you buy stuff like this, the natural stuff, the startup, yeah, it could be expensive, but it lasts a long time. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this back in my hair, and I'm most likely going to do a year update. So when I did the first video, it was back in June. So now that I know that this works, I want to see how it's going to go when I hit that year mark of using bear grease. And yeah, I'm curious to see. I bet I bet I might end up looking like Pocahontas's great grannies. You never know. Nah, but hey, you never know. Her daddy has so many kids. But yeah, so I'm gonna I'm playing. So I'm gonna use the bear grease and give like a year update. Now, for those who might be interested in wanting to try this out, so for the first 2-3 months, I was putting it on my hair, but also like putting it on my scalp. But then I stopped because this stuff is really, really greasy. And if you end up putting too much grease on your scalp, your hair might end up falling out because it can't breathe. So I had to pull back on that. I did use a little. I used a little on my scalp, but it was still like really, really greasy. So I stopped putting it on my scalp, and I just ended up just keeping it on my hair. And it made my hair very, 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 very manageable. The most manageable it's ever been. And it's crazy because I would have never thought that animal fat would have been the solution this whole freaking time. But this is my result, and if it ends up growing even more within that year mark, I might just make a couple of batches and sell it at the next harvest gathering, because it's something's working. But yeah, that is the result of my 5-month journey. I hope this video was very helpful, and yeah,